Rise and shout. It's time for What's Trending.
You're talking about it, and so are we. It's What's Trending on BYU Sports Nation.
Meet that quarterback.
Yeah, he practiced today, took quite a few reps for us. Obviously, we're being real careful early in the week with just not moving him around. But he'll be fine come Friday night.
BYU quarterbacks coach Jason Beck confirmed with us on Tuesday's BYUSN that Tanner Mangum is expected to play on Friday night. We all know he's the guy. He's the guy at quarterback for BYU. But in the second half of last week's game, a reality played out that many of us hoped would not happen this season. Tanner had to leave the game with a hamstring injury. In comes another true freshman right out of high school, Beau Hodge. So what if Tanner can't play the whole game against Cincinnati on Friday night?
I like Cincinnati.
Cincinnati? What if? Who are the guys behind Tanner Mangum? With that, let's play Meet That Quarterback! Who do we have for contestant number one?
This quarterback led Highlands High School to a Class 4A Kentucky State Championship. The son of former NFL running back Merrill Hodge stands at 6'1", 198 pounds, a freshman out of Fort Thomas, Kentucky. He's ready to produce another number one play on SportsCenter. Meet
Beau Hodge.
Beau Hodge is contestant number one. He threw 5 passes in that game against East Carolina. 1 got intercepted. 1 was dropped by Algie Brown. And we learned that things are going a million miles an hour for the true freshman from Jason Beck.
That's faster than the speed of light.
The game just moves really fast when you get your first action. He's the guy behind Tanner Mangum. He might play on Friday night at some point. Might have a few series. We don't know. It depends on how much Tanner Mangum can play. But Beau Hodge is the guy.
Wait, you mean
Beau Hodge?
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, that was Brady Paping on signing day. We've loved that. Beau Hodge is a playmaker. Very young, son of ESPN analyst Merrill Hodge. Merrill had recent surgery. Beau, I don't think, was quite ready for that moment, obviously. I think Beau will be more ready for this moment this week. In practice, he's been pulled from splitting scout squad reps with another quarterback who we will meet in a moment. I think he's had more reps in practice, is feeling more comfortable with the offense, is a good runner, a really good runner, really good passer. He's a future capable, really good quarterback for BYU. Is he ready for Cincinnati this week? Certainly not. But will he be ready enough to put BYU in position to potentially stay in the game if Tanner Mangum can't go? That is the question.
That's his job, right?
That's his job.
That's what they are asking him to do.
He went to prom earlier this year. It's hard to expect a ton out of a guy straight out of high school, right? That first year. He was supposed to be the third string and just kind of see how things went this year. Instead, got in the game last week. We'll see what he can produce
He's already
against
taken
Cincinnati.
meaningful snaps in game number 6 of his true freshman season. And he's built more like Taysom Hill.
Yes.
He is a really good athlete. He played wide receiver up until his junior year of high school, switched to quarterback because he was a great athlete.
And they won a state championship. The guy had the number one play on SportsCenter last year for a crazy
It
run.
was an 81-yard run.
Broke like 59 tackles in that play. It was great.
So his game is more of the Taysom Hill type game as a BYU quarterback. And they have the playbook for that, just different than Tanner Mangum. So Beau Hodge,
Beau Hodge.
thank you,
Beau
is
Hodge.
the next guy after Tanner Mangum. Let's meet contestant number 2.
This quarterback has one of the best family trees in all of BYU football. His uncle won the Heisman. His dad played in the NFL for 9 seasons. At 5'10", 180 pounds, this freshman from Somerset, Texas, is running the scout squad this season. Meet Coy Detmer Jr.
Detmer is playing at BYU
Hey, how
again.
How about that?
He's the scout guy this week. Beau Hodge has been taking snaps with the first team, splitting some with Tanner Mangum in case he has to go. So Coy Detmer is now the guy that is charged with preparing BYU for the opponents. He is Cincinnati's quarterback this week.
Which one? Both. Gunnar Kiel and Hayden Moore.
And Gunnar Kiel this week.
Well, they're competing for a quarterback spot. BYU doesn't even know who. Cincinnati doesn't even know who their guy is yet. Maybe they know now.
5'10", 180. Not a big guy, just like his Uncle Ty.
That's right. And Dad Coy was bigger than him. But I believe it was last summer. They brought in, the guys that were committed or they were hoping to get some kind of commitment. Coy Detmer Jr. is a walk-on. I took a tour of some of those guys on a tour. So Coy and Merrill Hodge and their sons were here, and now these guys are the backups, and we're talking about them potentially playing this week. I don't see Coy Detmer playing this week per se, but he's the third string, could quickly become the second string if things go south, and could play. So we'll see. I don't envision him playing this week. I do against Wagner.
Yeah, I was just going to get to that. Against Wagner, and this goes back to something I said on Tuesday. I feel like BYU is in a position where they're mentally, and again, this is pure speculation on my part.
Ooh, I love pure speculation.
You like that? Okay, well, here it comes. Just that if we can get through Cincinnati with Tanner Mangum, if Tanner can be healthy enough to survive Cincinnati,
then you have a bye week in Wagner and an actual bye week the week after that.
Yes, and then Bo Hodge and Coy Detmer Jr. can play against Wagner. They can hand the ball off to that stable of big, bruising running backs against an FCS opponent. BYU can get through that week. They have no game on Halloween. And then Tanner is that much better and that much more rested for San Jose State the first weekend in November.
That would be good. That would be really good. Which means the Cincinnati game has great importance in BYU's season. Our Twitter question was that BYU beating Cincinnati means what for the Cougar season? If BYU can beat Cincinnati with their quarterbacks of Tanner Mangum, and hopefully he can go the whole game and he's good. But if not, you have these guys we're talking about. Then you can go win a couple in a row, be 7-2 going into Missouri with the chance to either be ranked then or right after that, in my opinion, after Missouri. So this game is really big. The stakes are high. Tanner Mangum's hamstrings need to be loose, man.
I love the tweet that we got in from @ChessSports where he says 5-2 is much better than 4-3.
Isn't it funny? It's just one game different, but it feels very different. In 2013, BYU went 6-2 before they went into November and struggled against Notre Dame and Wisconsin. That would not be the case this November, although you do have Missouri and Utah State. Utah State playing Boise State tomorrow night, by the way. Is it tomorrow night? It's tomorrow night.
I think Utah State's the toughest game left on BYU's schedule.
Wow. I heard you say that yesterday.
We'll get into that later, perhaps. So if you know the quarterbacks, Taysom Hill out for the season, Tanner Mangum banged up. You just met Bo Hodge and Coy Detmer. Who else is there? Contestant number 3.
This guy is the other Hill at quarterback for BYU. He's the tallest quarterback on the team at a whopping 6'6", 235 pounds. After going 2 for 2 for 27 yards against Savannah State last season, it's time to meet the former 5'8", first-team All-State selection from Sandy, Utah. Meet McCoy Hill.
McCoy Hill. How many of you forgot about this guy? He played last year.
Now, he's been on the team and is the most experienced quarterback coming back, yet he's unofficially the 4th string. Good in practice, but hasn't performed quite the same way when they need him, so he's not on the depth chart. He's not listed. He's not had a helmet in hand in meaningful moments, even last week. He's the guy that calls in the signals and helps that way, so he has a role on this team, but I don't see McCoy Hill playing a role in the Cincinnati game, but maybe Wagner.
McCoy Hill threw 2 passes last year against Savannah State, 27 yards.
Hey, 2 for 2 for 27 yards, man. It is what it is.
2 of the how many passes that BYU's backups have thrown?
Now, listen to this weirdness. If McCoy Hill had not injured his foot in spring, he might be the number 2 right now. Because he injures his foot, Christian Stewart comes in and has to play in the spring. And then McCoy is set back, and he's irrelevant this fall. If McCoy Hill didn't hurt his foot in spring, he might be the number 3, which is the number 2 now.
Your 3 backup quarterbacks to Tanner Mangum, Bo Hodge, Coy Detmer Jr., and McCoy Hill.
Coy Detmer Jr. has game face, by the way.
Of course he does.
His headshot he's in the zone, man. Serious. Let's go.
They haven't seen a lot of time, and that brings us to our stat of the day.
It's the BYU Sports Nation Stat of the Day.
BYU's backup quarterbacks have 7 combined career pass attempts.
5 from Bo Hodge, 2 from McCoy Hill.
That's not a lot, but then again, your ideal situation is to play your starter, and then they have 0 behind you, and they just hand the ball off because you're up 20 in the 4th, or 17 in the 4th last week. That quickly evaporated.
How much will Tanner Mangum play? The entire game? BYU Sports Nation hoping so.
Oh, that's the hope, man. Brian Logan's going to be fasting, apparently.
But what can Bo Hodge do in the backup role? Let's hope we don't see Coy Detmer Jr. at any point on Friday nights.
And that's a nice thing. That that's not a mean thing.
No.
Coy, we love you. We don't want to see you play Friday.
BYU beating Cincinnati means what for the Cougar season? At Jones AP5 says simple as a move to 5-2 on our way to a magical season. Magical? Ooh. One small step for BYU, one large step to 10-2. Wow.